Imagine a child goes to a supermarket with his parents. He picks his favorite food product from the shelf and takes it home. Everyone was ready to eat it, but his mother checked the expiry date just before opening the product, and suddenly she said that the product is expired. Now, here comes a question: how did an expired item reach the front of the supermarket, and why it was available for the customer to purchase it? Was it only the store's mistake, or could a small merchandising mistake have caused it? Today, I am going to tell you how exactly this happens and how every merchandiser can prevent it. Let's start. Let's go back to the beginning. Imagine this child walking through a supermarket. He sees a product on the shelf, picks it up, and puts it in the shopping basket. He does not know anything about merchandising, he does not know about FIFO, he does not know about expiry management. He simply trusts the supermarket shelf. And that's exactly why merchandising matters. Now at home, his parents check the product before using it. They notice the expiry date. The product has already expired. Now imagine the customer losing confidence in that store or that product. And this is where our merchandising story begins. So, what could have happened inside the store? Let's imagine the merchandiser received a new carton of the same product. There were already products on the shelf. Some of those products were older. The new carton contained products with a later expiry date. The merchandiser opened the carton and simply placed the new products in front. The older products were pushed behind. The shelf still looks perfect. It is full, it is clean, it looks professional, but the execution is wrong. So, what is FIFO? FIFO simply means first in, first out. Think about it like this: if I put 10 products on the shelf today and tomorrow I receive another 10 products, which products should the shopper take first? The older stock. Why? Because the older stock entered the selling cycle first. So, when replenishing the shelf, we don't simply put new products wherever there is space. We check the existing stock, we bring the older stock forward, and we place the newer stock behind it. Now there is something even more important you need to understand. In FMCG, we don't only look at when the product arrived, we also look at the expiry date. Suppose an older delivery has an expiry date of October, but a new delivery has an expiry date of September. Which one should go first? The September expiry. This is where you hear another important term, FEFO, first expiry, first out. So remember, FIFO is about stock age, FEFO is about expiry priority. When expiry date differs, the earlier expiring product must receive priority. So, a merchandiser handling multiple brands may have hundreds or even thousands of SKUs. Especially when he joins a new outlet, he starts thinking, which products should I check first? Which SKUs are close to expiry? When did I last check them? Which brand has short shelf life? Which cartons are old? Did I already check this SKU? What about the products in the back? That creates mental overload, and the biggest mistake is expecting the merchandiser to remember every expiry date. The solution is to build a simple expiry management system rather than trying to remember everything. Divide the portfolio into red, high expiry risks, short shelf life, high risk categories, slow moving SKUs. Then medium risk, normal shelf life but requires periodic checking. And then the low risk, long shelf life products with normal rotation. So before replenishing, check the stock already on the shelf. Identify which products are older and which have the earlier expiry. Bring the older or earlier expiring products to the front. Place the newer stock behind the existing stock. And finally, check the shelf again. Don't just ask, is the shelf full? Ask, is the stock correctly rotated? One of the biggest mistakes is this: a merchandiser receives a new carton, he wants to finish the shelf quickly. He sees an empty space, he puts the new products in front and think done. The shelf looks perfect, but the older products are now trapped behind. Days pass, customers keep picking the newer products from the front, the older products remain hidden at the back, and eventually their expiry date gets closer and closer. So don't manage expiry with memory, manage it with a system. Check the expiry dates, track your stocks, rotate the stocks, and then review the shelf. So remember, FIFO is not just a merchandising term, it protects the business, it reduces expiry risk, it reduces product wastage, it protects sales, and most importantly, It protects the customer because the customer does not see your merchandising process, they only see the product you put in front of them. So the next time you see a perfectly full FMCG shelf, don't judge the execution only by how beautiful it looks. Look deeper. Is the stock rotated properly? Are the older stocks moving first? Are the earlier expiring products getting priority? Because a shelf can look perfect and still be completely wrong. Remember FIFO, first in, first out. And when the expiry dates are involved, then apply first expiry, first out. Good merchandising does not only fill the shelf, a good merchandising protects the brands, protect the product, protect the business, and protect the customer. If you found the video valuable, share it with your colleagues and subscribe to the channel Shelf Talk UA.